Okay, my friends, hello, how are you? Here is today's math lesson, lesson 9, solve measurement problems. And this is beginning on page 749. Okay, so if you look at example 1 here, it says the blue trail at the park is 3/4 mile long. The red trail is 1 1/4 mile long. Stella wants to hike both trails. How many feet will she hike in all? Okay, so the first thing you have to do is find the total number of miles, right? Okay, so we have 1 1/4 mile plus 3/4 miles. Okay, they are turning this improper fraction, 1 1/4, into 1 4/4 plus 1/4. Okay, can you see how they did that? And then add another 3/4. Now, because you have like denominators, you can just add all the way across, right? So, they did this first. 4 plus 1 is 5/4 plus 3/4. Together, 5 plus 3 is 8/4, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. Okay, so Stella hikes 2 miles. Okay, and they're showing you that here is starting at 0, 3/4 of a mile, and then another 5/4 of a mile, which would be 8/4. That's what we have here, and that is 2. Okay, so it says here the number line shows that 3/4 plus 5/4 equals 8/4 or 2. Okie dokie. Now it says, okay, these are miles, but they want to know how many feet did she hike in all. So this is a two-step problem. So now you have to convert the miles to feet. So 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Okay, so you multiply 2 miles by 5,280 to find the total number of feet. Okay, so they did it here for you. 5,280 times 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 8 is 16. Put down the 6, carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. So Stella will hike 10,560 feet in all. That's what you fill in here. Okay, so for this lesson, I created a little cheat sheet for you that has the conversion amounts for weight and capacity and length and time intervals. Okay, so you might want to have that open as you are, it's a Google Doc, and I attached it to Google Classroom. So you might want to take a look at that to know your conversion amounts, okay? And then you can also use that little booklet too that we made earlier on in this chapter. Okay, here's example 2. Dominic weighed an apple and a watermelon. Okay, the apple weighed 5 ounces. The watermelon weighed 20 pounds. How many more ounces did the watermelon weigh than apples? Okay, so find the total number of ounces the watermelon weighed first. So there are 16 ounces in a pound. Multiply 20 by 16. So here's what they did. 20 times 16. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 2 is 12. Then you add the 0 to hold your place here. 1 times 0 is 0, and 1 times 2 is 2. You add that up, you have 320. So the watermelon weighs 320 ounces. Okay, now you have to find the difference in ounces between the watermelon and the apple. So it's a little easier, I think, if you do it up and down like this. So 320 minus 5. I can't take 5 from 0, so I have to borrow from the 2. Makes that a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 1 minus 0 is 1, and 3 minus 0 is 3. So 320 minus 5 ounces is 315 ounces. The abbreviation is OZ. So the watermelon weighed 315 ounces more than the apple. Okay, guided practice. Get a sip of water here. Okay, so Stan has 4 pints of milk. Gianna has twice as much milk as Stan. How many fluid ounces of milk does Gianna have? So it's 4 pints, right? And she has twice as many. So it's 4 times 2. So that would be 8 pints. Okay. So fill in the 8 here. And Gianna has 8 pints of milk. Okay. There are 8 ounces. I'm sorry, there are 16 ounces per pint. Okay. So to find out the total number of ounces, you have to do 16 times 8. So we'll do the math over here. I think it'll fit. 16 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. Put down the 8, carry the 4. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4 more is 12. So 8 pints times 16 is 128, because there's 8 ounces in a cup and there's 2 cups in a pint. That's how you know it's 16. Another way to think about it. Okay, and Gianna has 128 fluid ounces of milk. Okay, number 2. Molly went to her grandma's house for 16 hours last weekend. This was 4 times longer than the time she spent at her grandma's this weekend. See this here? Okay. How many minutes was Molly at her grandma's house this weekend? Okay, so they're giving us hours, and we're going to get to the minutes. Okay, so if it's 16 hours last weekend, and that's 4 times longer than what she spent this weekend, this time I have to divide 16 divided by 4, okay, is 4. So she spent 4 hours this week and with grandma. And we want to go from hours to minutes. There are 60 minutes in an hour times 4. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 6 is 24. So she spent 240 minutes at grandma's house this weekend. Okay, so you can see these are all like 2-step problems. Okay, moving along. Okay, now we're on the independent practice part. Okay. So number 3 says, Jaden read to his little sister for 10 minutes on Saturday and 12 minutes on Sunday. How many seconds did he read to her on Saturday and Sunday? Okay, circle what to do to solve this problem. Okay, well, it's Saturday and Sunday together, right? So you know you have to add the 10 and the 12, so they all say add. Okay, now you have to convert minutes to seconds. And we should hopefully know that there are 60 seconds in a minute, so we're going to have to multiply by 60. Remember, if you're going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, you have to multiply. Okay, so we're going to add 10 plus 12 is 22, and then we're going to times it by 60. 0 times 2 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. Put down the placeholder here. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 6 times 2 is 12. One more is 13. Add these up. 1,320. Okay, so Jaden read to his little sister for 1,320 seconds. Okay, Mackenzie's dog can jump 2.5 feet off the ground. Jordan's dog can jump 1/2 foot off the ground. What is the difference in inches between how high Mackenzie's dog can jump and how high Jordan's dog can jump? Circle what to do to solve this problem. Okay, so Mackenzie's dog is 2.5 feet, and Jordan's dog is 1/2 foot, so I just have to subtract 2.5 feet, take 1/2 foot away, right? And then this is in feet, and we want inches, so there's 12 inches in a foot, so I'm going to have to multiply it then by 12. So here's what we're going to do. Subtract 2.5 feet minus 1.5 feet, and then multiply by 12, okay? So they are showing us here to use this number line to help solve this, okay? So 2.5 feet is a mixed number, right? And I can make it an improper fraction this way, right? 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 more is 5 halves, okay? So 2.5 feet is equal to 5 halves, okay? So they're saying, okay, so you want to start here at 5 halves, and you want to subtract 1/2. So you're going this way, right? And then what you're left with is 4 halves, which 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, I probably didn't explain that very well. Okay, so I have 5 halves, and I want to subtract it 1. So I would be left with 4 halves. And 4 halves, right, is equal to 2, because 4 divided by 2. Okay, now I just need to multiply 2 by 12. So my answer is going to be 24 inches. Okay, that's a pretty easy one. All right, now last page. It says Brooklyn bought 1 pound of cucumbers for a salad. She bought twice as much lettuce. how many ounces of lettuce did Brooklyn buy for the salad? Okay, well, there are 16 ounces in a pound, okay? And she bought twice as much lettuce as she did cucumbers. So it's going to be 16 ounces times 2. That's going to be 32 ounces. Okay, 16 and 16 is 32. If you don't know that off the top of your head, you could do it this way. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 more is 3. Okay, next one. Sebastian needs 2 gallons of juice for his party. How many cups of juice is this? Okay, well, there are 16 cups in a gallon. So again, we're going to be 16 times, he wants 2 gallons, that's going to be 32 cups. Okay, next one. Says the practice field is 13 yards long. How many feet is this? Well, there are 3 feet in a yard, so I'm going to do 13 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. So this would be 39 feet. Okay, number 8. Jacob needs 1 pint of milk for his recipe. He needs 1.5 cups of water. How many cups will he have after he combines both ingredients? Okay, so he has a pint of milk. There are 2 cups in a pint. So I'm going to have 2 cups plus 1 1/2 cup. Okay, and that's going to equal 3 1/2 cups. Okay, it does say explain, so we're going to say there are 2 cups in the frame here, in 1 pint. Okay, so he has 2 cups of milk. And just what we did here, 2 plus 1/2, 1 1/2 equals 3 1/2 cups. Okay. Next one, the moving company charges extra money to move boxes weighing more than 25 pounds. Circle a package that weighs less than 25 pounds. Put an X on the packages that weigh more than 25 pounds. Okay, so at first when I saw this problem, I thought, do we have to like figure out every single one? Well, no, we can do it this way, right? We can figure out, okay, how many ounces there are in 25 pounds. Okay, so we're gonna take 25, and there are 16 ounces in a pound. 25 times 16, okay? 6 times 5 is 30, put down the 0, carry the 3. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 3 more is 15. Put my 0 as my placeholder. 1 times 5 is 5, and 1 times 2 is 2. Now I'm going to add these together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. Put down the 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 more is 400. Okay, so 400 ounces is 25 pounds, okay? So anything that's under that is good. We're going to circle it, and anything bigger than 400 ounces, we're going to mark it out because that's too heavy for the moving company, right? So 320 is less than 400, 368 is less, 480 is bigger, put an X in it. 352 is less, 288 is less, 432 is too big, put an X in it. And finally, what information do I need to solve word problems that involve measurement, and why do I need it? Okay, so we're gonna say, I need to know, lead here, I need to know if I need to convert units of measurement so that I can work with the same units. Okay, period. I need to know what operation to use. What operation to use so that I can solve the problem. Hopefully you can see that. The sun is fading in my window here behind me, but hopefully not too many shadows coming in. Okay, so there it is. That is lesson number, what is this? 9. Okay, so you just need to do the homework then for this lesson on page 273 to 753 to 754. If you have any questions about this lesson or the homework, then join the Zoom call at 11 o'clock. Okay, my friends, take care. Bye-bye.